We have been granted the privilege to get this new trailer for the upcoming Spartacus spin-off series, Spartacus House of Ashur. And a lot of people who are fans of the original Spartacus franchise are probably wondering, what's the point of making a spin-off series centered around one of the most hated characters in the series, not to mention a character who was supposed to have been dead? I'll get into more of that, but first, if you haven't already, make sure you click that subscribe button, and if you can, maybe click the like button and leave a comment because it really helps out with the channel. So I got the trailer pulled up for the upcoming Spartacus series, and you can notice right now that the like to dislike ratio is not very good on this one. I will get into a little bit later as to why that most likely is the case, but first let's just kind of watch what they have in store for us so far if you haven't seen it at this point.
Our lesser. Who stands to show?
So far, kind of what you've come to expect if you've actually seen the Spartacus franchise before.
Truly are. There is but one. Behold! A sight never before witnessed in the arena.
Yes, and this is what's getting all the attention about this show. I don't think I'm really breaking any news when it comes to this one, but yes, they're having a black female woman as a gladiator in this series. And if you think a black female woman wouldn't make a good gladiator, then you probably haven't visited a Waffle House. But just kind of getting back to this show, and if you're trying to go through history and be like, no, there were instances of female gladiators, and yes, I understand that was true. There were some rare circumstances where females actually fought other females in the arena, and it wasn't really that popular and kind of treated as a novelty. So if they're doing this in the show, because they even make a point to say in the trailer that this is kind of a unusual thing for that, and they're doing it just because they're trying to get attention to their gladiator house. Yeah, so female gladiators didn't fight men, they fought females, but they did actually train at places like this, so that, I guess, would be historically accurate. And surprisingly enough, about the original Spartacus series, just kind of going back to that, there was actually a lot of historical accuracy in it. I mean, it was obviously a crazy show, but there was still elements of realism within it, or at least just in broad strokes, historical accuracy. I'm not going to say it's a really accurate. I know a lot of historians will probably have issues with it, but there was some truth to be had with it.
It's one of their own.
I did not ask to be in this house, yet I stand equal as any man within it.
It is time to embrace your destiny, and if the gods will it, to victory.
Yeah, I mean, this whole thing is just kind of ridiculous on the surface of it, because they're just, from a physical standpoint, one of the things about gladiator fights is they tried to make things equal because they wanted it to be entertaining towards the audience. You're not going to match up a woman against a male, because even though a woman winning would probably be more entertaining or more interesting, in all likelihood, they would have lost because of just strength alone. And no matter how well trained that they are, they just can't match the training of other gladiators or the strength of other gladiators. The only way they would actually be able to win is if they're being pitted against someone who was completely inexperienced. Like if they were executing prisoners, and whenever they do those sort of things, they'd probably just give them a weak weapon and they have no training or little training. So they were expected just to die. And that's, if you were going to have a female gladiator against a male, it probably would have been in a circumstance like that. But even then, it's doubtful whether or not the female would win. Yeah. I mean, at least I don't think they're trying to present this as being historically accurate or anything like that, but you just know that people are going to try to defend the decision to have a female gladiator in this because of pointing to history. And then when people point out other things about this show that aren't historically accurate, they're going to be like, oh, no, this is supposed to be fictional. It's not supposed to be accurate. So, I mean, you get the idea. I mean, it's really just ridiculous on the surface. And you would think Hollywood has been kind of moved past a lot of this DEI stuff, because, and I say it's DEI not because there wasn't any historical precedent for it, but because they were trying to find some excuse in order to have a female as the lead in this, or as one of the lead gladiators in this show. And they're basically finding something in history that they can hang their hat on. So that's what they're running with. But a lot of people, if you look at the comment sections on this, really aren't having it. My name is Diversitas Equitas Inclusius, single mother the king, and I will have my reparations in this life or the next. Guys, didn't you get the memo? You don't have to destroy your own IPs anymore. Oh yeah, because a lot of Hollywood has been trying to steer away from this stuff, but Starz really hasn't learned that. Rip Andy Whitfield. Yeah, no doubt. I mean, he did a fantastic job in the first season, and it was kind of sad that he only got the be in for the one season of the show. I have a feeling this whole series takes place in Ashur's mind upon his death. I guess that's a possibility. This is effing hilarious. Yes, my thoughts exactly. Spartacus dead on arrival. WTF, put a chick in and make her gay. This is 2015 release, if I've seen. I am wondering how long this has been in development, because maybe it was conceived of at a time when this sort of thing would have been more popular, and they're just kind of pushing through with it for whatever reason. Woke to cuss. So it's 2021 again. This will bomb so hard. A sight never witnessed in the arena. There's a reason for that. Yeah, that's true. Is this a parody? Well, you kind of get the idea. And then over on X, on the official account for this, you can see the ratio on this one is also pretty severe. 2.7K comments, 2.2K likes on this one, and a lot of this. I mean, you get the idea about it. A lot of people are pretty much in the same impression. Like, this is just such a terrible idea. Okay, so they're doing the Diversitas Equitas Inclusius Mother King. So I guess that's going to be something that you should be expecting when it comes to this. Isn't any historical record of black female gladiators, but whatever floats sinks your boat, I guess. So there isn't any historical black female gladiators. There are proof of Ethiopians fighting in Colosseum under Nero's games as participants in a bloody show spectacle, but not as gladiators, and no mention of them being women. Okay, so I don't know. I can't verify that, but I mean, at least they're saying that's what the case is. So someone else would have to leave a comment below if that's true or not. Looks good. Hope it isn't woke. Well, I'm really not going to hold out much hope for that one. Everyone's tripping about a chick, and yeah, it's warranted, but I thought Ashur was killed. Yeah, that's another thing. He was killed. So I think I heard about this, that this is just kind of a spin-off, as if he never got killed and he was rewarded by the Romans for him actually aiding them. So I'm not really holding out much I don't think that's really that big of a factor, at least not to me. The biggest factor, even without the female gladiator issue, is just the idea that they're having a show based off of the character who was one of the most least popular characters in the show. And I said that at the start of the video that this is a series that I don't think would have worked that well to begin with, because of the fact that this was a character that audiences outright hated when the show first came out. And that was the whole point. You were supposed to hate this character and you were supposed to cheer when he finally got killed. This time, though, they're trying to bring it back and center the whole story around him. So if they're trying to center it around him and have him be another villain that you hate, then perhaps that can work. But I mean, I don't think that's the avenue that they're going with this one. And with the inclusion of having a black female gladiator for the sole purpose of representation, I'm really not expecting much out of this series. But let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. And also, if you haven't already, make sure you click that subscribe button if you want to stay up to date with the latest entertainment news. And don't forget to click the like button and leave a comment below, because it really helps out with the channel. Thank you.